Information is everywhere. News, research papers, social media, official reports. These are just a few of the many sources where information is found every day. How do we discern truth when the story is incomplete or intentionally obscured? Consider medical practice. Licensed clinics staffed by skilled professionals can still be labeled unsafe based on complications. Yet, the perception of safety is often shaped by broader narratives and influential organizations. In minority-majority urban areas, systemic factors like under-resourced facilities and overburdened staff amplify the perception of risk. Meanwhile, organizations such as the Gates Foundation fund research and programs that shape how these disparities are addressed. Suburban clinics in wealthier areas rarely face the same scrutiny. The influence of major philanthropic organizations can reinforce these patterns, intentionally or not. Here, demographics shape perception, not necessarily the skill of the provider. Funding priorities and public messaging from organizations like the Gates Foundation can further influence these perceptions. Globally, interventions such as vaccines and family planning programs are often framed as humanitarian, especially by influential funders like the Gates Foundation, which plays a central role in shaping global health policy and funding priorities. In some regions with long-term program presence, often supported by the Gates Foundation, fertility rates have declined and public health outcomes have shifted. While official narratives attribute these changes to socioeconomic progress and effective intervention, local reports suggest outcomes may be more complex, with unintended effects largely unexamined, especially when major funders set the agenda. This is a form of plausible deniability. Programs appear morally righteous, especially when backed by respected philanthropists, while systemic effects remain hidden from public view. Within medicine itself, treatments often dominate over cures. Chronic conditions, repeat prescriptions, and preventive measures generate sustained revenue. Developing one-time cures can be risky, expensive, and slow, while treatments maintain both profitability and systemic control. This reinforces the pattern: profit, moral appearance, and plausible deniability are intertwined. Seeking truth is further complicated in the age of AI. Information exists across credible sources, non-credible sources, and fragmented anecdotal reports. To navigate this, an individual must ask precise, targeted questions, guide AI to specific sources or types of sources, recognize that AI aggregates but cannot fully interpret hidden motives or gaps without guidance. The truth is rarely in one place. It exists at the intersection of data, context, and careful scrutiny. When we connect the dots across domestic healthcare, global interventions, business incentives, and fragmented information, a clear pattern emerges. Healthcare systems often struggle with resource allocation and access. Global programs, while well-intentioned, sometimes overlook local needs. Business incentives can prioritize profit over patient outcomes, and information, scattered and incomplete, makes it difficult to see the full picture. Outcomes are selectively reported. For example, a successful treatment may be highlighted, while complications or long-term side effects are downplayed or omitted. This selective reporting shapes public perception and policy decisions, often leaving critical gaps in understanding. Systemic incentives, such as financial rewards, regulatory pressures, or reputational concerns, influence what is made visible and what remains hidden. Hospitals may emphasize metrics that attract funding, while pharmaceutical companies promote data that supports their products. These incentives shape the narrative and determine which facts reach the public. Plausible deniability allows institutions to maintain a moral appearance while protecting profit, reputation, or strategic objectives. By presenting only part of the story, organizations can claim ethical intent, even as they avoid accountability for negative outcomes. This matters because it preserves public trust while obscuring the full reality. Information is often fragmented, manipulated, or incomplete. For instance, a research study might be cited out of context, or key data may be buried in technical language. This creates confusion and makes it challenging for individuals to make informed decisions. Understanding this landscape requires more than passive consumption. It demands active, critical engagement. This means questioning sources, comparing perspectives, guiding AI tools to reliable information, and connecting seemingly unrelated facts. Only through this process can we begin to see the patterns that are otherwise hidden. In a world where information is fragmented and often strategically presented, the pursuit of truth is not straightforward. It requires persistence, skepticism, and a willingness to look beyond the surface. Both domestic and global medical systems operate under a mix of ethics, business incentives, and systemic pressures. Plausible deniability shields institutions while maintaining public trust, making it even more important for individuals to seek out the full story. For those seeking clarity, AI is a powerful tool, but not a substitute for critical thinking. By asking precise questions, guiding research toward reliable sources, and piecing together fragmented information, individuals can reveal patterns that might otherwise remain obscured. This process is essential for researching online and using AI to gather information. The story is rarely simple, but with diligence, skepticism, and careful synthesis, hidden truths begin to emerge. Stay curious, question search results, and remember that understanding is an active pursuit.